Aislin, this is what we've all been looking forward to. Alex Diminoy out on Rod Laver Arena. Live coverage straight after 9 News.
Looking forward to all of that. Thanks very much, Jono. Well, Australia's first ever commercial satellite is about to make its first appearance, heading for California, where it'll be launched from SpaceX. It's hoped the groundbreaking technology will help keep our essential services online and stop space from becoming a dumping ground.
Outer space, an expansive void. But not as empty as you think. A dramatic increase in satellite launches and rising volumes of space debris now causing out-of-this-world chaos.
Not just with broken down satellites, but with collisions, we could be in a space where there would be no safe way for humans to travel to space.
Space Machines Company, along with the University of Technology Sydney, now on a mission to solve a universal problem.
More than 50% of satellites have failures in their first year of operations, and currently there is no solution. The only solution is to put more of them up there.
By 2030, there'll be 70,000 satellites at risk of becoming space junk. But that's all about to change. Meet Optimus, a 250-kilogram satellite manoeuvrable from Earth, heading up a roadside assistance program in space.
Repairing, upgrading, disposing of satellites in orbit.
Rigorously tested and assembled over the past 4 months, it will now travel to Florida for takeoff.
This vehicle will go on the SpaceX Falcon rocket, and once it gets to space, it will separate.
This first orbital servicing vehicle will focus on inspecting satellites and diagnosing their issues. That data will then be used to fit out future Optimi with the tools needed for repairs.
One small step for Australia, one giant leap for the world. Madison Scott, 9 News.
In just 3 minutes, the grocery products that have doubled in price, putting a strain on household budgets. That story's just moments away. But first, Lily Greer is back now with the weather. Lily, it's cleared up in Brisbane this afternoon.
Yeah, it has, Aislin. Here in Newstead, the ground is still really wet, but there are plenty of people out and about making the most of the break in the rain. And didn't we see quite a lot of rain today right across the southeast? Unfortunately, these drizzly conditions are going to stick around for a large part of the week. We're going to have all your weather details coming up very soon.
As supermarket prices continue to surge, more and more Queenslanders are going to bed hungry. The latest consumer report revealing some household items have doubled in price. But the good news is there is some relief on the horizon.
New year, same cost of living pain. Grocery prices packing the ultimate punch.
It's a really big hit to the hip pocket and people are finding it hard.
Compare the Market has analysed 29 everyday grocery items over the past 4 years, many of which are recording major price hikes.
No aisle was exempt from inflation. Some of the common grocery staples increased by more than 40%.
Manini Classico 500 gram extra virgin olive oil seeing a 100% increase from $12 to $24. McCain's 500 gram mixed vegetable bag was $2.60, now $4. Even the 10 pack of Twinings tea has increased by 50%. And Aussie favourites aren't exempt either. Milo, Wheat Bix and Tim Tams also creeping up in cost.
It's really due to a range of factors, increased cost of transportation, the conflict overseas at the moment, and even these recent weather events are all impacting these higher prices we're seeing.
Price hikes are clearly hurting household budgets. Foodbank's 2023 report revealing 22% of Queenslanders are severely food insecure, regularly going hungry. The Premier now urging supermarkets to think of the consumer.
I've asked all of the major grocery stores to meet with me to explain why our farmers are getting less for their products while we're paying more for the food that feeds our families.
Some price relief is forecast to come soon.
The recent inflation data shows that we may have passed the peak, so hopefully we do see some of those grocery prices come down and cool a bit.
But in the meantime,
there are savings to be made if you just spend a little bit of time researching, maybe going to different stores for certain items where they're cheaper, maybe leaving the kids at home so you don't impulse buy.
Bella Schwarzenegger, 9 News.
Lily Greer is back now with our full weather forecast. Lily, it was nice to see some well-deserved sunshine on the weekend.
Oh, Aislin, it was such a beautiful weekend right across the southeast. There was sunshine and blue skies in so many places. But unfortunately today it's back to work and back to your regular storm season programming. How about that drizzle today? Take a look at this vision we recorded out at Redcliffe today. There were huge downpours on the north side and north of Brisbane. That on again, off again rain, it just really stuck around for most of today. And unfortunately that drizzle is going to continue in the coming days. Let's get stuck into today's temperatures though. It was so muggy outside today. 28 degrees on the Sunshine Coast, 29 at Redcliffe, 29 in Brisbane, 28.5 in the Redlands and 30 at Coolangatta. You can see from above that this monsoon trough and low in the north, they are triggering heavy rain and storms. Other troughs causing showers right across the country. In terms of how tomorrow looks, well, Sydney siders are in for a top of 27 and a very high chance of rain. In Melbourne, a top of 30 degrees. In Adelaide, hot, a top of 34, 33 and partly cloudy. 31 rain and a possible storm in Darwin, 23 in Canberra, and down in Hobart, hometown of the new Danish Queen, 29 degrees and sunny. Back home in Queensland and looking up north, 32 and rainy in Cairns, much the same in Townsville, 31 in Mackay, 33 in Rockhampton, 31 and rainy in Bundaberg. Moving south, the chance of a thunderstorm across much of the southeast coast area tomorrow, 28 in Noosa and out at Caboolture, 28 and rainy in Manly, 28 in Logan, 27 at Surfers. Out on the bay tomorrow, winds east to southeasterly 15 to 20 knots, seas 1 to 1.5 metres. In Brisbane tomorrow, a top of 29 degrees and a very high chance of showers and the chance of a thunderstorm. As for the rest of the week, temperatures will hover around that 30 to 31 degree mark. The on and off again rain will be sticking around too, so too will the chance of a thunderstorm till around Friday. In Ipswich, temperatures just above the 30 mark for much of the week. Showers are sticking around as well as the chance of thunderstorms. On the Gold Coast for the week ahead, temperatures below the 31 degree mark, a bit of rain hanging around and the potential for storm activity too. And up on the Sunshine Coast, temperatures around the 30 degree mark and a medium to high chance of rain over the next week, and the chance of a thunderstorm sticking around for much of the week too. Aislin, when it comes to our tropical cyclone forecast, the Bureau of Meteorology is predicting a tropical low will form in the Coral Sea over the next week. It'll strengthen over the weekend before turning around and heading back towards our coastline in a southwest direction with a 25% chance of turning into a tropical cyclone. The good news is it's not expected to impact our coastline over the next week, but we will be keeping an eye on that over the next week.
We'll need to do that, Lily. Thanks very much. That is 9 News Queensland for this evening. Good night.